What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the clear season that is spring in Forza Horizon 4. So today we're going to start out the seasonal festival playlist and take a look through that. So you can see for 50% completion we get the Buick GSX. For 80% we get the BMW M5 88 from 88 Forza Edition. So not too exciting there for me. I've got both of those cars, I think. We're so close to getting the Bone Shaker, which is really cool. So photo challenge is around Mud Kickers Adventure Park. The weekly Forzathon challenge is around Mini Coopers. The trial event gets you the Apollo IE, which is an awesome car. The spring games, seasonal playground games, get you the Gymkhana 10 Ford Focus, which is, again, awesome there. You've got your seasonal PR stunts. The Seeing Red seasonal event will get you the Ferrari 599 GTO, which is not the 599XX Evolution, so a little less exciting, but a good car, or a cool car nonetheless. You'll get the Ferrari F12 TDF in the Grand Tours seasonal event. And for the Super Saloon Slalom, you get the Lexus RC F. And that's actually where we're starting out first. So if we take a look here, you can see our car restrictions are A-Class 800, and it is modern muscle cars. And we are doing a dirt racing series, so make sure that you've got something set up for dirt. But we'll go ahead and jump over here and start up this event. Alright, so before we do that, I do want to show you the Forzathon shop real quick. It's got the Aston Martin 177, which is probably the only cool thing. I mean, if you want this Maserati just for the completion bonus of having all the cars, go for it. But nothing else stands out there. Let's see what Super 7 offers. So the Renault Clio... We'll have to see what Super 7 High Stake offers later on, but right now let's go ahead and enter this championship. So again, to get the Lexus RC F, you have to place first place against highly skilled drivatars. So make sure you know that. Let's see what kind of races we've got.
The season of new life and new beginnings.
Two circuit races there. So I do have 3 cars set up for this event. As you can see, this first one we're jumping into is the 2016 Cadillac ATS-V. And I'll show you the other ones as we get into the second and third race. All right, but as we set up, again, to get the Lexus at the end of the race, you have to make sure you're racing against at least highly skilled drivatars. So you can go expert, pro, or unbeatable, but you have to be racing against at least highly skilled. So and if you do change it on here, you want to make sure you hit A for accept and not B for back, because I don't think that it would change it. Let's see. If I switch it down to above average, okay, it prompts you. So cancel. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. And here we go into the first race. And again, we're in our Cadillac ATS-V. And each of the cars that I use today will have a tune thrown on it, not made by me, but a tune from different creators in the community. So the share codes will be up on the screen at the beginning of each of the races. And basically I just go through and, give you an opinion on each of those tunes to see, what might be better to use. Right now this Cadillac is handling like a dream. Something to note too. Well, first off, if you're new to the channel, my name's Brandon, and this is Bomb Gaming, and I definitely appreciate you stopping by. I hope that I can provide some level of information and entertainment to you as we go through these events. But each week, for the weekly festival playlist reset, I go through each of the events and create videos on it just like this. So in the seasonal championship events, I go through each of those events. There are 3 races in each of them. And what I do is I create 3 different cars that can be used for those events, just to show you guys some different options and, potentially make it a little more available, I guess, if that's what you want to call it. because not everybody will have every single car that I use. I could have used the 2020 Ford Shelby GT 500 in this event, but I chose not to because maybe not a lot of people have that because it is a rarer car. I am using a GT 500, just not the 2021. So you don't have to use 3 cars in these events. You just have to use 1. I just use 3 just for the sense of trying to, well, 1, create extra content for you guys, and just to help out, see if there might be something else that works better or is more available to more people. So just keep that in mind. You don't have to use 3 cars. I do it just for the sense of trying to help out and create some extra content for everyone. So we are absolutely killing the drivatars in this race though, so I might just go ahead and skip towards the end. Alright, and across the line, there we go. Cadillac did really well, so definitely a good suggestion there. If you have it, that might be a good option to use. So there's an ATS and a CTS. That was the 2-door, which is the ATS. So there we go. As you can see here, this is the finishing order for this race. If you look in the top right there, you can see I have 20 points on this race. After each race, you get a certain amount of points depending on your position. You can see here, that's the way the points are laid out. So 20, 16, 14, 12, 10, and so on. So this isn't where you need to come in first place. You need to come in first place at this leaderboard at the end of the championship. So I've got 20 points going into the next race, and we'll go ahead and jump right into that next race and into our next car. All right, so jumping into our next race at the Mud Kickers 4x4 Scramble. So another circuit event here. We're jumping into the Vauxhall Monaro VXR. So tune for the, or the share code for the tune I'm using, not the tune, will be up on the screen if you want to check it out. And see how this does through here. So it's got a little bit of understeer. So far I don't like it as much as the Cadillac, but we'll see if that changes after we've driven it a lap or two as we ramp off that retaining wall. Alright, here we go. Let's see. So this is obviously a different track than we use the Cadillac on, so that could play a lot into it as well. Let's see how it handles on the asphalt. The Cadillac just seemed like it's had a little bit looser steering, or better steering is what I should say. So I would choose the Cadillac over this. Oh, turn. This isn't a bad option, I guess. I mean, we're obviously leading the drivatars. We really haven't had that good of a race. But I think that the Cadillac would be a better option than this if you've got the Cadillac. A lot of the cars that I try to use are cars that, well, one, aren't rare. Obviously, we just took a tumble there. That's just kind of unfortunate look of the draw. Maybe be better off just going slower over those jumps there. But yeah, most of the cars that I use are, I try to stay away from rarer cars. Like again, I could have used the 2020 GT 500, but I chose against that just because as much as I think the 2020 GT 500 is awesome, it's not practical to use or to show as a car, because maybe not a lot of people have it, just because it's a rarer car in the game. But a lot of the cars I use, I get from wheel spins or just naturally unlocking in the game. I can count on my hand how many, well, both my hands, how many cars I've actually bought in the game. It's not very many. Most of the cars that I have, I've either gotten through the Forza shop. Let's hit the brakes here. There you go. That's probably the better route to go about that, or a better way to go about that. But most of the cars that I have, I've either gotten through the Forzathon shop with Forzathon points, or I've gotten through challenges like this, or I've just gotten naturally through wheel spins, because you get and then like a ridiculous amount of wheel spins in this game. You get a wheel spin for just about anything that you do, so you know, with that comes getting a lot of vehicles. So, but there we go, cross the line. Again, I probably would stick away from this unless you only have this. Then I mean, obviously it'll do the job. So you can see we got 20 more points there. If I click on to the next screen, we are up to 40. So again, this is the leaderboard that you need to be in first place on at the end of all 3 races. But we'll go ahead and jump into that final race and jump into the next car, which is a GT500. All right, and here we go. We're in the 2013 Shelby, or Ford Shelby GT500. And we're at the Moorhead Rally Trail, I think is what it was called. So let's see how this goes. The share code for the tune that I'm using on this GT500 will be up on the screen. This feels better than that Vauxhall, or Vauxhall. I don't know how it's pronounced correctly, at least. But it's very understeerish, so I would still, so far at least, I shouldn't give an opinion this soon into driving it. We're up in the first, but right now, I mean, I'm leaning more towards the Cadillac. If I were to really make a suggestion on this, I would probably lean more towards the Cadillac. And again, that was the ATS, not the CTS. The CTS is the 4-door version, and the ATS has 2. So I think it just felt better, but that's just me. So if you do find a car that works out better, or a tune for a car that works out better, definitely leave it down below in the comments. Again, I make these videos to try to create content to help other people go through the seasonal events. So, you know, I just want to build a community around that. If you look down in the description, there is a link to the Bomb Gaming Discord server. And you can also post those tunes in there, or I always post the tunes that I use for the events in that Discord server as I make the video, or as I do the events. So if you're impatient like me and you want to see what cars and tunes I'm going to use, or have used, I suppose, for the events, they will get posted to the Discord server after I complete the event. So they will beat the YouTube video on, you know, being posted. So if you're, you know, impatient, you can definitely go check out that link for the Discord server, and you can find those tunes and cars that I use a lot quicker. Going through mud kickers again here. So we're going reverse way through mud kickers. Slow down over these jumps, just because the Drivatars aren't terribly far behind. And these cars are definitely not cars that should be being taken over these jumps anyway, but yeah, definitely go check out that Discord server if you want to get, you know, a head start on these tunes, because like I said, I try to post them after I complete the events, and they will definitely beat the YouTube videos getting posted. So, because I try to have all the YouTube videos out for the actual festival playlist out on or before Sunday. So, you know, if they start on Thursday, there's going to be some that don't get out, which probably until Sunday. But all the tunes should be up after I get done completing the event, and I usually try to do those on Thursdays and Fridays. So there we go, another first place win. We have 20 more points, and again, we're going to end that championship with 60 points in total. So that is the Super Saloon Slalom completed. We're going to get all 3 stars because we raced and placed first against highly skilled Drivatars, and that'll unlock that Lexus RC F. Alright, so that's how you unlock the Lexus RC F in Series 38 in the spring season. So I hope you guys did enjoy or found the video helpful. If you did, definitely leave a like on the video. Definitely get subscribed for future Forza Horizon 4 content. This is the very first video of the Spring Season Festival playlist, so if you want to get subscribed to stay tuned for the rest of those as they come out over the next couple days, definitely do that. But I hope you have a great rest of your day, and we will see you in the next video.